Morning that the anti-apartheid struggle veteran had breathed his last today. He underwent a brain surgery earlier this month. Deputy Science and Technology Minister and the foundation's chairperson, Derek Hanekom, was overcome with emotion, the foundation said, saying he had lost a revolutionary mentor and a dear friend. All right, that is news just in. One of South Africa's iconic anti-apartheid campaigners, Ahmed Kathrada, is dead. Kathrada, who has been ailing for some time now, was last seen in public during the funeral of his friend and first black president, Nelson Mandela, back in 2013. The Ahmed Kathrada Foundation has confirmed that the 87-year-old died in the early hours of Tuesday morning at the Donald Gordon Hospital in Johannesburg. The foundation's director, Nishan Balton, confirmed in a statement released this morning that the anti-apartheid struggle veteran had breathed his last today. He underwent a brain surgery earlier this month. Deputy Science and Technology Minister and the foundation's chairperson, Derek Hanekom, was overcome with emotion, the foundation said, saying he had lost a revolutionary mentor and a dear friend. All right, so let's get more reactions coming in from South Africa following the death of Kathrada. We have Angelo Fick, who is a journalist from ENCA South Africa, joining us by way of phone. Many thanks for joining us here on Worldview, Angelo. Kathrada, very fondly known as Uncle Kathy in South Africa. What are the reactions that we're receiving this morning following his death?
Well, good morning, Michelle. It is a somber moment in South Africa because this is not just the death of, one of South Africa's struggle heroes. It's also the death of somebody who, until the very last days of his life, dedicated himself to questions of justice, and not just in South Africa, but around the world. His, remarks on and dedication to the question of Palestine was well known, and he's also well known as a critic of the government formed by the party of which he remained a loyal member until the very end. He was very critical of Jacob Zuma's government over the last couple of months and years, and has been very crucial in forming or part of the organization of people who had been in this movement, criticizing the government for how it had proceeded.
All right, and like you rightly mentioned, he was one of the senior ANC leaders who were very vocal and criticizing the President Jacob Zuma's presidency. Has there been any word from the president following his death?
I think government it's very early in the morning here in South Africa, as you will well know from the Kenyan timeline as well. So we're expecting that kind of statement to come out probably in the next 30 minutes to an hour. It's also a very complicated political week in South Africa, given the recall of the finance minister and the cancellation of the deputy finance minister's scheduled trip to go to the United States on a trade mission. So it's not an easy day. This is also the day in which the finance minister's court application is going to be heard. His intervention on how it is he's expected to work in relation to banks and their clients. For clarity, he's gone to the courts. So it's a very busy political day in South Africa, but we expect the presidency to release some kind of statement, and possibly the party itself from the Tuli House releasing a statement in the next couple of minutes, if not sooner.
And I know it just happened, but what kind of funeral celebrations do we expect for Kathrada? I mean, is his death likely to affect any politics in South Africa? I understand as it is, Zuma had recalled foreign ministers from abroad to come back to the country without any reason as it is. How is this likely to affect the business of the day?
Well, because Ahmed Kathrada was a practicing Muslim, he will be given Sunni Muslim ritual today, so he will be buried before the next sunset. He has asked for a very simple funeral, so it will not be a state funeral today. There will most certainly be some sort of memorial service organized by government at a later point. How these events will impact on the day's unfolding is a different story, because the court proceedings will go ahead involving the finance minister. And then people have been speculating about what the motive for the president recalling his finance minister from the United Kingdom could possibly be about. And they've been suggesting that there's a cabinet reshuffle coming up. That might now be delayed as the country and the party and government specifically have to focus on the death of this particular individual, Ahmed Kathrada, given his role not just inside the party but also as a former MP and as somebody who really is a beloved member of the South African political establishment.